And here's to the renegades. Because of them, we're free today.
Laid their bodies down on a bloody war.
For liberty.
And liberty.
For their descendants. That's us.
Thanks to the renegades.
We're free today.
Free today. Thanks to the renegades.
We're free today.
We're free today.
Thank God for the renegades. All right, let's go back to We Are Change. Luke, you got a big event. I'm going to say bye to Chicago, say hi to Ohio, and I got to move to other issues, and I appreciate you all coming on this week on short notice with the important work. The big mothership, the founding chapter in New York City and Manhattan, is going to have a big demonstration against the Copenhagen fraud. Give us the coordinates of that resistance point.
Yeah, we're going to be having an event, an educational event, this Saturday, 56 Walker Street, 7 o'clock, about the Copenhagen Treaty, what can we do to stop it, information about it, and we're going to be teaching people how to be activist journalists, how to lobby against the Copenhagen Treaty, and how to be effective members of this community. We're also going to have on wearechange.org a news tip section. If you know where these guys are, where they're doing events, please let us know. We will go out there, whether it's in Chicago, Ohio, Colorado, Los Angeles. We will be there confronting these guys. But we need you to let us know where these guys are. So please let us know. It's wearechange.org. And I want to thank everybody so much from the bottom of my heart from taking action every single where. And you don't have to be a part of We Are Change to do it. It's about being an individual. It's about being a leader. And God bless you all.
All right. Thank you so much, Luke. Great job. Going back just briefly, and then I'm going to say bye to Anthony here, introduce him, and quickly get a few comments from him, with Ohio also doing yeoman's work confronting military checkpoints, you name it. I mean, the list just goes on and on. The tyranny we're facing. Saad and Steve from Chicago. Closing comments.
We just want to say thanks for covering us and thanks for firing people up, because if it wasn't for your show and your listeners and creating this movement, there'd be nothing for us to keep moving forward. So we're going to keep the ball rolling in Chicago, and anyone that wants to join up, wearechangechicago.com.
On behalf of me, thank you, Alex, for everything. Thanks for all the info. Infowars.com, wearechangechicago.com, wearechange.org. Those are the websites. Everybody get active. Let us know if you want to. If you're in Chicago, come and join us, and we'll fight the fight together. Thanks for
Absolutely. God bless you. Wow, so exciting. And it's just so wonderful to see America standing up and the people of the planet standing up. Just like Lord Monckton said, a freedom party globally. But it's not a global government. It's individual sovereign groups in nations standing together against the organized global tyranny. And that's the vacuum that We Are Change and other organizations, Tea Parties worldwide, are forming. That's why this article from Infowars.net is so important. Tea Party co-founder, concept has been hijacked by false left-right paradigm. Chad Peace, who I want to get on, he was the founder of the main Tea Party movements out of a bunch of different organizations and out of Ron Paul groups and others. And it's been totally hijacked. And he went on Fox News and talked about it. And it's been hijacked by Sarah Palin, the Republican Party, and Glenn Beck. Now, again, I don't just sit here and attack people. I know Glenn Beck's an operative. I know they're meant to control a real revolution and to stop us from ever getting things back. So we just re-infiltrate their groups. Go in and say, hey, you want the real truth? Here's Fall the Republic. You want the real truth? Here's We Are Change Chicago confronting Al Gore. You want the real truth? Go out and protest Al Gore this weekend with Luke Radowski. This is what we're doing. I salute you, gentlemen. Take care. Okay, let's now go to Anthony of We Are Change Ohio in closing, who have just been doing a sterling job as well, not just with Gore, but the illegal military checkpoints, all the bizarre martial law stuff going on. They've been doing so much. Al Gore canceling his Copenhagen trip and speeches, now hiding wherever he's going to speak. They are certainly afraid, aren't they?
I think they're definitely afraid. I mean, he's been doing these book signings for a while, and every time he goes out and does these speeches or these book signings, people are confronting him everywhere. And, I mean, this guy is just on the run. It's amazing to just see all these amazing patriots from chapters all over the country confronting this guy and getting out real issues and taking over media and confronting these guys.
Beautifully said. Tell us about some of the things We Are Change Ohio has been doing. I know a lot of groups don't have any video because the police have also confiscated their Al Gore confrontation video.
Yes, back in April 1st of this year, all of our great members, Sam, Rachel, Josh, Brad, we went and confronted this guy, and what happened was Sam was in there filming, and after we confronted him, we have all the audio. Sam actually has to go back to court this weekend. This has been now about 8 to 7 months. He has to go back and try and get his footage, so he's in the midst of this court battle. That's Sam Logaloo of We Are Change Ohio, and he also has a court issue going on because he got arrested at the G20. But we confronted Al Gore, and his goons basically grabbed Sam because he was filming. They did not want this confrontation on film, and they tried to make him delete his footage. He wouldn't, and because he wouldn't, they arrested him, and he was in jail overnight. This was back in
But they didn't stop him because now everybody's confronting him. But Gore understood the power of this. That's why they tried to suppress free speech. But it's not working. Give us the We Are Change Ohio site, sir.
Yes, we just launched our new wearechangeohio.org site actually last night. So it's wearechangeohio.org. We have an email that you can contact us at. That's wearechangeohio@live.com, and we're doing a lot of amazing stuff. We're doing showings of your movies, The Obama Deception, Fall of the Republic. We've confronted so many different people: Fareed Zakaria, Obama, Joe Biden, John McCain, the Clintons, Richard and Haas, Colin Powell, Madeleine Albright, and so many more. And the great thing about Ohio is it's a battleground state. So during the primaries, when these criminals come here and try and spew out their propaganda, we take over the media with real issues. And we have Fox and CNN. Over the summer, about 2 years ago, when I confronted John McCain about his connection with PNAC, he freaked out, but CNN covered it, and millions of people saw that, and they realized that, they realized his connection with 9/11, and I had people coming
and this
up
is the key.
patting me on the back.
And this is the key. We're now teaching everybody else how to go out and confront. We're now showing everyone else how vulnerable these enemies are to the truth. You shine a light on them, it's like a vampire being thrown out in sunlight. They turn to ash and blow away. Great job, Anthony. We salute you.
Thank you so much, Alex. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
You bet. We just did an hour and 40 minutes with different We Are Change groups, and that only touches the tip of the iceberg. We Are Change California, L.A., Colorado, just Minnesota, Ireland, England, the Netherlands, Tokyo. And remember what I did a few months ago where I asked listeners to post signs with Obama as the Joker when the media said it should be illegal. We said, well, we'll just tell everybody to go do it. And it was hundreds of TV reports, hundreds of newspaper articles. And then finally the media backed off and stopped saying, oh, arrest everybody, because people rebelled against that tyranny. You have to exercise your will over these people. That's what they've done to us. They've trained us how to be slaves. We have to teach them that we're not their property. And that's what's starting to happen. So make your own We Are Change group, or make an InfoWars group, or make a Tea Party group, or whatever. Call it whatever you want. Start 2 or 3 groups. Just get involved. It's so simple. We can beat these people. They're in full retreat. I wanted to briefly bring Ted Anderson up on some economic news and try to jam in some final phone calls. But Ted, this revolution's in full swing. Professors are stepping down. Members of parliament are stepping down over this. The Australian government is collapsing over it. Their whole cap and trade tax system just imploded and failed. That's the Financial Times of London. Al Gore's canceling speaking engagements and trips in Copenhagen. In congressional testimony, the White House science czar is being grilled over this. This is really blowing up in their face. And it is literally our great activist listeners that are at the vanguard, absolute tip of the spear, ramming it into the heart of this dragon.
Alex, there are no better listeners than our listeners. These are the people that are actually changing the face of the United States of America and the entire world. And I can't tell you, I salute them all. I am so in-depthly grateful, and I'm just so proud. I just can't even say enough to how wonderful the listeners of your show, the Genesis Communications Network, this entire movement, it is just mind-boggling to be sitting at the center of something this big is just unbelievable.
Well, Ted, I mean, just as a sonar ping of our success, I went to a Megadeth concert because I was invited to go interview Dave Mustaine behind the scenes and do an interview about the New World Order with him. And he said, no, hang around, stay. Because I got up at 5 a.m. that day and drove up there. But I was pretty tired, but I stayed for the concert. And walking around out there in the crowd, literally every 3 people I walked past were, hey, Alex Jones. They were old, they were young, they were black, they were white. They were wearing InfoWars T-shirts, which is, again, is just an indicator. And most of them were homemade and stuff. We certainly don't sell that many. I mean, this is, again, just an indicator of just the work we've done. And there's so many other people out there taking action. I mean, Ted, the New World Order knows that actually a large percentage, maybe even a majority of Americans are finally waking up or have woken up. And the battle is now joined, Ted.